Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Mate, that's P2. You're currently in second place.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who'll be fronting the grid. Button, Blue, and Charles Leclerc. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. So it's all about speed in today's sprint, not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. An immense lap from Jenson Button yesterday puts him on pole position, and Blue completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Russell, Norris, Albon, Sainz, Gasly, Oscar Piastri, Ocon, Verstappen, Hulkenberg, Liam Lawson, Perez, Drugovich, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Théo Pourchaire, Ricciardo, Sargent, Joe, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box. Ant, it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Here we go then, the formation lap is underway ahead of today's sprint. We're almost ready to start the sprint as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
Yes, mate, I cannot complain about that one. That was an excellent drive. Well done.
So let's review the updated driver standings. Blue increases their championship lead. With the sprint wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race. The formation lap gets underway then, and it's going to be interesting today to see how the dry conditions could affect the lifespan of the tyres. As the cars make their way back to the starting grid to form up and get ready for lights out, let's hope the race ahead today is a thrilling one that will go down as a memorable Grand Prix in the history books.
Behind you. Okay, push, gap to the car behind. 6.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs. The car behind started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it. Strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Jensen in the pits. Car behind trailing us, 8.7 seconds. Great work, that's the new fastest lap of the race. Okay. Yes, nice work, mate. You did a really good job today. Pretty sure the boss is going to be happy with that one.
And that's the checkered flag. What an effort from the team here in Qatar. And a fully deserved victory too. Well, Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Well, what a thrilling end to an incredible Grand Prix weekend. Our top three finishers should be incredibly happy with what they were able to achieve out there today. Let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. Well, it wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Well, often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an impressive feature in the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Jenson Button's clean driving throughout the event.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. The owner-drivers team moved to the top of the table. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.